So we're here at the World Euchre Championship with Lee Hunt. Where are you from, Lee Hunt?
Originally, Buffalo, New York.
So you're from Buffalo, New York. We chatted a little earlier. You said that's the easternmost part of the Midwest.
That's right.
How are you making that distinction?
I'm making that distinction because growing up, I learned to play euchre at the age of 5. My dad learned to play euchre in the 1930s from his great-grandfather. We have
passed down from generation to generation.
We have bubblers. We have Davenports. It's a blinker, not a turn signal. And it's pop.
Not soda.
Not soda. And we're right on the edge of Lake Erie and Ontario, and we're 500 miles away from the individuals that live on the other end of the street, other end of the state.
And last time I checked, all those lakes are contiguous.
Right.
You can get from one to the other.
Yep.
So you share the same body of water.
Absolutely, and my wife's grandfather was a ship's engineer out of Buffalo for 30 years that traveled from Buffalo all the way up to Superior and worked the lakes for all that time.
You lived in other parts of the country,
Correct.
the South, hot and humid South. You came back to the Midwest, it's a perfect place for you.
Absolutely, I wouldn't be anywhere else. This is where we'll spend the rest of our lives.
So in this little short sprint of a podcast episode, why are you here today in New Glarus at the 2024 Championships?
I'm here because my wife and I, when we moved back to the Great Lakes, wanted to get involved in euchre again.
Why?
Why? Because it's fun, it's interesting. You meet new people. The game has a little bit of strategy, and you can excel at that strategy, and then you learn to play, particularly with your partner. You kind of learn their feel for the game, and you can get that pattern going between you and your partner, and it can be really interesting.
Your partner most of the time being your wife?
It depends on the tournament that we're in. Sometimes it's my wife, sometimes it's round robin and you get a new person.
Have you ever yelled at your wife partner in euchre, in the context of euchre?
Not yelled, no.
Have you silent treatment? Like, what are we talking about?
No, we don't yell. We'll often, both of us, she'll say, hey, why'd you play that or why'd you do that? And we just talk strategy a little bit, in terms of what's the best way to do something.
So you have 3 trump in your hand. You lead with those trump or you try to offsuit first? Like, what's your technique going in?
It depends on where I am relative to the dealer. If I'm the dealer and I have last play on that first round, I might do something slightly different.
So 3 positions away.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if I'm the lead to the left of the dealer and I've called trump, I'm going to play my high trump first.
Trying to bleed everybody else out.
Try to pull out, figure out how many trump are left in a hand, and hopefully I've got an ace or a king of a non-trump suit that I can begin to lay out and see how it goes around.
How many trump do you need to have in your hand to call suit?
2.
To call trump? 2?
2.
That's all you need, because you're assuming your partner's going to give you 1.
2, and I will always look to have at least 1 or 2 other high cards in a non-trump.
Okay, and if you don't have the other 2 high cards, would you call it anyway? Case by case?
It depends. Case by case. It depends on the score and what's going on and
how good you're feeling if you're on a roll.
Right. Yeah. You kind of get that flavor of how the game is playing out. The other thing is, and this is based on my dad, it's only a game, and he used to say it's only a game, and you only make points if you call trump.
Say that again.
It's only a game, so there's really nothing in life you're gonna lose over it. But you only make the points if you call trump.
Beautiful.
And so, one of the reasons why I'm here is, I think I told you beforehand, my dad passed away two weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing this for my dad. And I'm going to try to play like my dad at this tournament.
In what sense? My
dad would call trump on a 9 and 10.
9-10, that's it?
That's it. Yeah, he might have a hard card. And 9 times out of 10, he would make it.
Just because of his audacity, because it's bombast, because he's intimidating. Like, why? How? Mathematically, that seems like it's improbable.
Correct. Or
maybe it's not.
Well, he knows that most of the time people are going to want to have at least 3 trump and 1 or 2 high cards of a non-trump. And he had that sense that if he had the low cards, he's probably got low cards of a suit that most people aren't going to call trumpet. So what he would do is parlay that, and he would always assume that his partner would at least take 1 trick, which is a good bet. And I'd say 90% of the time he'd make it.
So you're going out with the spirit of your father into that room today, and you're going to take these guys.
Well, I'm going to have fun.
Because it's just a game.
It's just a game.
Lee, thank you so much for joining us. It's great having you. Good luck out there.
Oh, thanks.
And tomorrow you're playing with your partner, your
My wife is coming tomorrow, and and we're looking forward to doing this again.
So, by the way, for that tournament tomorrow, for tomorrow's version of the tournament, you're not going to be swapping partners. You're going with your partner, your wife, but one's partner, that's all day. You're married to them, as it were.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome. Have a good day.